Hello everyone, my name is Crow, and this is episode 4 of my All the Mods 9 to the Sky playthrough. I didn't really do a whole lot in between episodes. You can see down here, I did a little bit of enchanting. I think I put like Fortune 1 on this diamond mesh. Yeah, Fortune 1 and Efficiency 1. My enchanting setup is still very much unimpressive. So it doesn't really, like Fortune 1 and Division 1 doesn't really change a whole lot, but it's just something I did. And I did get a coal generator. Haven't actually used any of the power, but I did start it cooking. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. So today, so if you recall, so last time we set up some resource generation. I have some sand automated. Once I actually put a timer on this turret over there, I will get sand. And then I'm ready to begin fully automating soul sand. All I have to do is basically pipe it out of that compacting door over there, and then that will be soul sand automated. That's not really a priority to actually get that little piece automated because the automation of the soul sand won't actually matter until I get flux sieves going, because I can't automatically sieve it, so I can't automatically use it anyway. So let's see. But today, what we're going to do is we're going to continue with resource generation. I will hopefully also get to some storage solutions. But the first step is to the resource generation. And first step is to actually get some kivi. And kivi is going to be used to make these extractors from Zycraft. And these are going to be kind of the main workhorse as far as generating all these different resources. You can make anything from amethyst to lava to tuff and resin and all sorts of things. Even snow and scoria and lots of things. Lots of things. That's interesting. I wonder, no flaws. That won't be any use. Um, Interesting. However, in order to get kivi, the only way to get kivi is using kivi. Except this guy right here, the igneous extruder. And this is from thermal. So this is going to be the first stop. If I have lava on one side, water on one side on top of obsidian, then the igneous extruder will spit out kivi. The igneous extruder actually is a fantastic machine. It does also have some uses. I can create soulstone. I can create cobble and basalt and stone. So I can use it to, generate some of these resources. So will I use it? I mean, maybe is a little bit more limited than the extractor. But it also is sometimes a little bit more simple to set up. So we'll see. We will see. But first things first, I use the ore hammer to break up some nickel and some iron and some copper to start making Constantin and Invar. I actually have a glyph now that I can smelt things, and so I'll use that for that. That is also why my base is slowly turning into smooth stone around here. It started out as cobble, but it will just gradually, as I kind of click around, then it will gradually be turning all the way to smooth stone. And I'm okay with that. Eventually, this all is going to go away entirely anyways, so I'm not really worried about a little bit of smooth stone here and there. But so I have Invar and I have Constantin. Let's see. Igneous extruder, Constantin gear. I have some iron nuggets over here. All right. And so this actually isn't going to do anything yet. Actually, let me see if I can do this. a little bit, look a little bit nicer. And you can see it has an animated texture. And so now it is producing Kiwi. Now can you... Thank you. It has a slot there. You'd think that you could like stick something inside, but which is weird because it knows about this on the bottom, but it doesn't say anything about what it has on the top. I'm told that maybe we can get an augment in here to have it eject. I don't know if if that's actually possible or not. I've never had it work like that, but maybe I'll look into that and just see what I can do. A lot of these augments just straight up won't function because it's like, oh, it makes things go faster or use more RF or use less RF. So we'll see. All right. Well, what I will probably do then is I will probably stick a drawer on top and then have a puller upgrade, and that will pull out of that. And you don't have to worry about it. But extractors, I need a piston, some ports. I think I already made the ports. Yeah, I got the ports. And I already got a couple piston in here. Some aluminum and dripstone. Got some aluminum. And oh, I can make 4 of these guys. So 4 should probably between. I think I need like 7 or 8 total items to do. But this is the big thing right here is the extractor. I don't know if I'll be able to make the biting amethyst. Sometimes silk touch works and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm looking for things where it's like I can make these really compact because, you know, generating Kiwi, I need 1, 2, 3 block spaces using the igneous extruder. So not great. I'd much prefer to have something a little bit more compact, maybe only using 2 sides. And so I might be able to do something like that with the extruder or with the extractor for some of these things, right? Like the amethyst, I can do it, you know, only using 1 side because I can waterlog the extractor itself. Same with andesite. I will have to automate andesite at some point. So I will have to, now that I have the extractor, that's kind of like the biggest thing is, getting the extractor itself, getting that Kiwi going. I will have to get Blackstone. I don't think I can igneous extruder. Oh, I can. Yeah, see, in order to make it with the extruder, that's only 2 sides that it would take, but the extractor to make Blackstone is 3 because I can't lava log it. So it would actually be better to use the igneous extruder, although the extractor doesn't need to can push itself. So I'm gonna have to sit and kind of figure it all out, honestly. Figure out what the most advantageous way to do it is. But the important thing is I have the extractors now, and so I can kind of go on to see what's next. Storage looks like. So I'm going to use my Ars Nouveau as my main storage system, at least for the time being. And to do that, I need to make storage lecterns. I use the enchanting apparatus. You just throw a regular Minecraft lectern in the middle. And remember, I have this automated so that the hopper spits it into here and then it automatically pulls out. So you actually don't need the arcane core. And or any kind of chest around 4 of them, and then boom, storage lectern. So storage lecterns are great. They can be, you can link them one to another. and it will, like for example, let's see here. You can actually link these to each other. Now, in order to connect this to an inventory, you do need a bookworm. Bookworms. Ah. Let me just. Inventory, of course, is always an issue. So you do need some bookworms, and bookworm charms are made by augmenting a ritual of awakening with books and quills. So we'll have a ritual brazier, pop it down, ritual awakening, and so it's awaiting activation. So normally, if you just activate it as is, it will try and awaken an Ars Nouveau tree, and it turns into a wheeled walker. But with a bunch of rituals, whenever it says augmenting, you just pop it in. I think you can right click, but you can for sure just, hit Q and drop it in there. And now it's consumed 8 books and quills. And so then you right click, and there we go. So I did make 8. I don't even think I will need 8 because each bookworm can be linked to more than one inventory. I want to say it's like 8 inventories each. But so we're going to right click on there. So there's one bookworm here. And, whenever you're linking things with Rs, it's always a from to situation. So shift from to. And so now I can see what was in. This is like my little gems chest, everything. It's chaos chest right now, but mostly gems. And so this bookworm will kind of travel from back and forth. Now, the nice thing about this is it's linked here. I can pop things in here, no problem. And you'll see he actually kind of like visually takes things back and forth. Although the transfer of the items isn't limited to his speed. It's just kind of, he'll pick something in that you moved and he'll kind of move it along. The nice thing about this is that, he's a bookworm. He kind of just lives there and does his thing, and he will always kind of be floating around. But if you kill him, you get your charm back, and you can still pull things in and out. You can't make changes to those connected inventories. You can't relink something without a bookworm, but you can absolutely, and he will remember what he's doing. You can absolutely kind of remove him if he's getting kind of annoying. So that is how I'm going to so this is my main storage lectern right here. Now what I can do also is if I want to access this, see this doesn't link to anything, what I can do is shift right click. I can just right click and then right click. And now this is kind of like a extension. So this, you can see that that's where it's linked to. And now this acts as an alternate access point. The real nice thing about Rs lecterns is that they will automatically, you can like pipe into them using basically any kind of piping, but they will also automatically pull from any chest that's beside them that they're not linked to. So there's no slabs in here. Pop it in there and we'll automatically pull it in. And there it is. Now it's inside. All right. Stick these in. My understanding is it's pretty low on performance because it doesn't check all the time. But, I'm also not really onto the super technical side of things. So But I think you have 30 blocks, which is, quite a distance. These blocks or these platforms are each 9 by 9. So, I could very easily have a situation where I stick this over here. I linked that guy. And now it will automatically start pulling in all that gravel and spells and whatever was sitting in here. Now, this inventory, this lectern that I linked things to, it only has one inventory, just this barrel. And so it obviously filled up really fast. So what I need to do is I need to link this to something a little bit more robust. And so that is where the storage controller is going to come in. I just need a chest, a couple comparators. I think I actually made some comparators. Yes. Comparators, a chest. This does need to be a sophisticated storage chest. Or sophisticated storage, really anything, I believe. And to do that, I will need a stick around here. I bet I have a stick over here. Ah, I do. Perfect. So now this storage controller will automatically link between any sophisticated storage block that it's touching. So it won't look at this because this is still a regular Minecraft barrel, but it will look at this. It will look at this if this was touching this. And so you can kind of see everything that's in there. What else can it see? That's pretty much it. This is, yeah, so that's still a Minecraft barrel. But what I can do is I can click, boom, boom. And now it knows where all of that functionals or sophisticated storage things is. So this lectern will link to everything that's important, and then this will kind of be the access point to all of my inventory. Really, what I will do is I will create a wall of barrels, stick this in the middle, and then link a single lectern to that barrel. To that end, I'm going to in order to really sort my stuff well, I will need to, I don't even know where things are. Ah, yes. I will use the filter upgrades. These are pretty cheap. Just some gold, some redstone, some string, some redstone, some planks, a little bit of iron. At this point, I don't have a lot of iron, but I have a fair amount, and then of course I can always sit more. Or use, run my turret over there. That's actually the best way to get iron. But I can stick a filter into all of these barrels, and that will allow this storage solution to be truly filtered. So what I can do here is I can actually match it by the mod. So I can just drop a Arge Nouveau. And so now this barrel can only insert and output Arge Nouveau items. So I have a lot of kind of flexibility as far as that goes. So I can have, one for, I'll probably have like one for nuggets and one for like wires or plates or what have you. I can filter by tags. I can filter by, I can save slots in here. So I can filter only by those slots that are saved. It's actually, these advanced filter upgrades are really, really powerful for organizing things. So the last thing that we need to know about the lectern is that it inserts things in order that you connected them to the lectern. So even after I set up these filters and everything, it will always, always try and insert into this barrel first and then into that storage controller. So what I will have to do is I will have to kind of reset everything as far as filters go, just to make sure that everything is going correctly. I would realistically have to make a storage controller for um, functional drawers, and then have a something with like void upgrades just to make sure that I have everything kind of sorted correctly. Um, Especially for the big items like cobble, because otherwise I might have if I pull out a stack of cobble, this will automatically fill it right back up. And then if I try and insert cobble back into the system, it can't put it in here. So it'll go to like whatever bulk storage solution I have kind of going on. And that is actually going to be the next thing that I have to do. It's going to be the bulk kind of junk storage. I will realistically be doing an occultism. What's it called? Yes, a dimensional storage actuator, which means I do need to get into occultism. I have to do Striger's higher binding to create the crystal matrix, and Azibius' spectral compulsion to make the actuator base, and then of course the actual storage stabilizers. Oh yeah, I can't do the tier 3 one because that requires nether stars, but I do have, this one has EMC on it, so yeah, it's just the diamond over here. So that's kind of the next step. Let's see here. So I guess, maybe we should just start getting into occultism. I don't know how far we'll get into occultism. If we're kind of like speed running it, then it can go okay at an okay speed, but it's not usually something that you can kind of just like power through in like a like a 15-minute episode, or at a reasonable speed. Oh, and I did realize that this is definitely net positive as far as all the source I'm generating. And I did make it a mycelial source link. This will eat anything that's edible and then turn it into source when I believe it's close enough that it'll store it in there too. Yeah. Did I ever show like, this is how much source I can make? My harvester is going to harvest things. Again, it's pretty performance wise. It doesn't check like every tick or anything. It checks like every couple seconds to see what it needs to harvest. So I'll probably run this pretty long term. Okay, so Demon's Dream Fruit. Let me get my flint and steel, flint and steel, flint and steel. Oh man, did I? All right. I wonder if I have a flint and steel. No, I do not. That's okay. Okay, so occultism. I'll just kind of set stuff up here. So this is Spirit Fire. This is how you kind of do the kind of transmutation that we'll need. And the really nice thing about occultism is that everything is instantaneous pretty much as far as transmutation goes. So you don't have to like sit around and wait for, or at least the Spirit Fire one is. Oh, I do need another Demon Stream Seed. Fruit. So you can see that it is a purple sapling. It's an occultism sapling, just like these oak leaves are occultism leaves. If you, the nice thing about them is that, or if you break it, you'll get like an oak sapling. But if you break it while under the effects of the third eye, then you'll get those occultism oak saplings. The thing that you do have to be aware of is that, like, if you break the logs first, then the automatic um, I'll show you the automatic breaking that happens from like fast leaf decay um, won't take place and drop the occultism stuff. See, I just got regular oak saplings. Now these are like unstable oak saplings, so they, don't change. Um, they will always kind of look like oak when they grow up, anyways, unless you're under the effects of the third eye. And so if they, if you really want them, you can just pop them back into the Spirit Fire to make the kind of the twisted or um, demonic oak saplings. But the important thing is I got 14 other wood. I'm going to need some Otherworld ashes. And then, last but not least, I'm going to need some andesite. And I will... How do I make andesite? Yeah, see, I can't make andesite with the igneous extruder, so I do have to use the extractor. Lava on one side and a waterlogged extractor on the other side. So this is going to be the first real test of that extractor. Now the real question is, if I waterlog this, then I can't use a... If I waterlog it, I can't stick a lava right here. That's the thing. Otherwise, it's going to turn into... otherwise, it's just going to, turn into obsidian. So... I mean, I guess let's do this. I wonder if this is going to work. Does it have to be a source block? Oh, come on. Make it. Come on. andesite underneath. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. So the lava needs to be beside the andesite then? Well, that's okay. Can you tell I've never used a extractor before? And if that is the case, aha, okay, then that works. Okay, that is working great then. Relatively compact. Take some andesite. Now it's other stone. I think I need 12 of these guys. Now I can make the chalk. So I'm going to need 4 chalks. There's like 4 flavors of chalk, and the first is going to be white chalk. And this is how it's going to be my first initial ritual. And so that's kind of how do I make this? I need to make a butcher knife is what I need to do. Yes. Call this on. But what I can do is I think I can make, because there's 4 flavors of chalk. There's gold, purple, red, and then white. And I should be able to make the red. I can't make the red yet, but I should be able to make the yellow right away because I just need some gold dust and some glowstone, which I have. And then I can, crush the I can just crush the gold into gold dust. And then it's gold dust and where's gold dust? Oh, gold dust. Yeah, impure gold chalk. Throw that in a fire, then you got gold chalk. The purple dust is end stone, crushed end stone, and crushed obsidian. Which I can get the crushed obsidian, that's easy, but the end stone can only be done with a occultism crusher demon, and so that is something I will have to do. Get set up is do my first. I'll have to do 1 ritual to get the crusher, and then after that, then I have all the 3 of the first dusts, and I can basically blast my way through. So I think that's going to be it for today. In between episodes, I will get my ritual set up and prepare to get that crusher demon, that crusher foliate, and then prepare for the final things I need to do to set up those Xevious' spectral compulsion and Strieger's higher binding. And that's just going to be, honestly, probably some more sieving because I will need, I don't think that I have enough diamonds. So a little bit of sieving to get that taken care of. I will have to use my butcher knife to get some tallow to make some white candles. But fortunately, I have some volunteers over here that I can harvest. That'll be nice. And at that point, it's just kind of a matter of making sure that I got all the stuff, and then I'll probably set up my first ritual over here. Get that crusher demon, and then put it all together. And so next time, we'll go ahead and finish the storage. In between episodes, I might also get a few more of these sophisticated barrels. So I have a more centralized kind of storage. And then at that point, then we're done with storage, and we can kind of start getting into the rest of the pack with power and the builder. And at that point, we'll kind of talk about moving day and getting everything into a new base and start talking about a new base. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and I will see you in the next episode. All right. Bye.